Catherine, and this should have been posted 2 weeks ago because I wanted to show you how I'm preparing for Inktober, but I was not able to do that. And in a spirit of failure, if you needed a sign to start late, in the end, who cares? It's just an illustration challenge. On the other hand, it's such a cool experience and it can be so valuable that don't let perfection stop you. So I want to share with you some of the tips that helped me make Inktober really an asset, I think, to my practice, because I use it to develop a new skill and to try new strategies. So I will be talking about that, and I will also share the process of 2 of the illustrations that I posted. I hope you enjoy it. The skill that I'm choosing is making my digital drawings have like more of a handmade touch. I want to explore more brushes, textures with like the way you paint. Like there's different kinds of watercolor, like there's different kinds of charcoal, oil paints, like there's so many amazing textures that Procreate offers, and I just want to choose 2 or 3 brushes, like 2 for maybe lining and 3 for texture, and then I will work with that selection during the whole month. And then I also gave myself a color palette by drawing like the first illustration, like trying to figure out like what's kind of the style, the kind of vibe that I want to give this in between, like this really bright world also from Inktober and this like more darker world. Like what's a color palette that can be a mixture of these 2 ideas and that also blends well with like the Inktober, which is all about celebrating women. And I also wanted some like vibrant colors in here. I don't know, sometimes it's easy to forget how hard it is to be a woman in this world, but at the same time, if you focus too much on that, then you cannot move. So I wanted these colors to be like, to also feel like an eruption. It's not a fight, we are completely breaking free from that. And this selection, because I also tried, I think I chose 6 colors: pink, blue, yellowish green and green, and then the black and white. So actually it's 10 colors, but it's still very constricted. I think this is the easiest way to do it. And then something that really helps me is to go through every day little sketches, like thumbnails for every day of the month. For some of them you might have like 5 ideas, and for others you might have like none, or like 1 that is not really good. And as you go on, you will see that maybe some of the extra ideas you had for this, for X, you can use it in Y, you know? And that's why I really like to sketch them out, to have them all recorded, so when you are missing an idea, you can maybe come back and find something, recycle something, and save something that you were not able to use on another prompt. Trying to have time for all of the things, yeah, it gets messy, but so worth it. So I'm really excited about it. And I'm doing online drawing dates. You can access them through my Patreon. I will do 1 per week, 1 hour every Tuesday. And then if you stay on my Patreon, you don't have to. I do them once a month, these drawing dates with the community. Just got dressed up with this, like, I love this color so much, to get inspired for the prompt of today, actually of tomorrow, that I'm finishing the day before. What? Which, yeah, ideally I would have finished last week, still before time. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is the drawing. So it's Christine Ayatoya Sprig, it's a twig, and Haunted. And when I saw twig, I immediately thought, okay, the tarot card just like jumped to me, like I need to do this. Haunted, like tarot vibes are also always haunted vibes. And then when I saw her work, oh my god, then I was like, this is the perfect reason to do something black and white, abstract. I'm gonna show you. These are two of the pieces that called out to me the most. Like, I just absolutely beautiful. I love the freedom, I love the textures, I love the colors. And then you have this one. Like, this drawing is also, her lines are so fierce. The way she plays with color and shadow and contrast and like types of lines even, I just love it. And I really wanted to kind of capture the essence of both of these. First try, it's probably interesting to see because I loved the way she does the hands, and so I was trying to like, what happens if I do something along those lines, and I thought this is interesting, but it's not really me, and the idea was to make something that is like my take like on her work, kind of like her influencing my work and not me trying to recreate her work in my style, which I felt like this is what was happening here that I didn't really like. But I try to use like abstract forms because I think it also like it allows for a lot of playfulness, and I really like. And I really wanted to try to do something really in black and white contrast. I've seen some videos of her where she uses like graphite as well, so I mixed graphite. I did my 9-pointed star. I don't know why I had to do this eye. I really felt called for it. But I think it's because of the haunted vibes. And I kind of like that it's like rolling, dismissive of the situation. And I think it's a funny black cat vibe. But I wanted to play with some color. So this is the situation that we are currently in. And yeah. This is what's happening. I'm not sure if this is too much color. Let me try to show you in a better... I think this you can see better. I'm not sure about it. Like, I love it, but I don't think... Like, I think the twig is taking too much space. And this is a decision I can make. But yeah, I'm thinking that maybe... I mean, not like this, but maybe play with a lesser version of it. Because I think it takes away from, like, the black and white. That I think it really strong and it works really well because I use like this Indian ink brush that I think it's really cool to play. It does all these like shadows and stuff. But yeah, let's see what happens. Also with this light you can see like the colors of this shirt are just divine. I love this. Now I'm too white, but you can see. Secondhand shirt I found in Umana. Maybe 6 years ago. Jesus Christ. Yeah, 6 years ago. Okay, let's work. Let's do stuff. As you can see, I really want to pull the black and white from Christine's drawings that caught my attention. So I think this is gonna be the final version. These are the alterations. I had this eye, and honestly, I think sometimes, you know, you have to be honest with yourselves, and I think when I added this eye, it was a bit more decorative than important for the drawing, and especially in the composition, it just feels like it's filling out space. And I have a tendency to do that, to fill out everything, and I do love being a maximalist, but sometimes you have to know when it stops. So I did this. And then I added some extra lines, like this really, the opaque and also a little bit bright blackness I really was missing from this drawing. And I just completely took the screen. Like, I tried to make it really soft, really smooth, but I just think it loses strength. I think I have to be like very careful with
the amount of color that I put so that it doesn't look the strength of a black and white drawing, even though I really want to add color just like she did as well. And yeah, if you want to know more about the symbolism, let me know. But I'm really happy with this one, and I think because I went so abstract on it when I went to sketch out Lily Elba's portrait. The other prompts were and then another prompt that I think from Mab's Halloween Club that doesn't make sense at all with this drawing. Sometimes in such stories you only see like a lot of violence, and I wanted to celebrate also the beauty of her life. Trying not to paint it so tragic. I don't want to reinforce the idea that it's so hard and almost impossible for trans people to find love, because there's too many representations of that, and she did find love. This is a very famous picture of her, and I just thought that here she looks like she's posing. I like this one because she seems very relaxed and completely into who she really is, and that's why I chose this photo. The skull does not talk about that. The skull for me represents, of course, these hardships, but also the death that she had to endure during her life and all of the transformations that she was able to do to reach her true nature. And this is what the moth and the skull represent. And yeah, I thought it would be interesting to draw an eclipse, also like this idea of the overlap between the sun and the moon. Let me know if you tried. I had some people message me their prompts that they didn't want to share with the world, but they did them anyway, so I'm very appreciative of that. So yeah, feel free to do so as well, and take your practice seriously without forgetting that it doesn't really matter in the end. And it's all a bit ridiculous, isn't it? I'll see you in the next one. Bye!